Hi everyone, it has been a minute since I have actually just picking up the camera and chatted. I think my last video, I don't even remember when my last video was 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago. A lot has been going on, and hopefully before I even go through with this video, I have already posted another video of me talking through my round 3 of egg retrieval. So it is currently November 8th, and y'all, I have my embryo transfer, my second embryo transfer on November 13th, which is on a Monday. I am full of emotions, excited, nervous, not scared, but I'm just praying through it and anticipating this all over again. And today was actually my first day of progesterone and oil injections. So I was like, you know what, let me pick up the camera. I have not done any vlogging whatsoever in this time frame. So if you have seen my previous video, I did have my egg retrieval in September. And out of that egg retrieval, I was able to get, after PGT-A testing, we have 5 genetically normal embryos, and I could not have thanked God for a better cycle. Like, it still blows my mind that my first retrieval, I had so many eggs, and so did my second, and here I am on my third, and I had a successful like cycle of like embryos and all the things. And yeah, so that all that information, if you're still interested in to know more about my egg retrieval, I will link the video of me talking about that down below. I have not even recorded that yet, to be quite honest, but I will record it before this one goes out. And like I said, today's November 8th. I just had my first progesterone and oil injection. I am in my kitchen because I am about to eat. I am starving. I have some yellow rice that I made, and I'm gonna fry up an egg. As weird as that sounds, it is a Puerto Rican thing, okay? Just go with it. I have chicken in the fridge, but that's what I ate for lunch, so I'm wanting something different. I might eat some chicken too, but yeah, so I started my cycle, for those who want to know, I guess, because again, this is all about my IVF journey. So I started my cycle on October 25th, which then you start your birth control, not birth control, I'm sorry. I was on birth control October. So October 25th, I started my first estradiol, which is like estrogen. So I've been on estrogen for now 14 days exactly to this day. And y'all, yesterday I think I want to say, and today I have just been a ball of emotions. Yeah, and I've been having hot flashes. I don't know if that's estrogen. I'm sure it is. My hair is, y'all, don't mind my hair. My hair is a mess today, and this is what you get. But I did start, like I said, I was having hot flashes. I've been having hot flashes. Don't know if that's part of the estrogen or not. But yeah, progesterone started today. I remember my first progesterone and oil injection last time hurt so bad. So I've been mentally preparing myself for that. I did get lidocaine, like a little roller lidocaine. Now, is it probably the best lidocaine to use? Probably not, because the pharmacist told me if you were to have a prescribed one, it'd be a lot better. I do have one that was prescribed to me years ago, but again, it was years ago. So with that said, I mixed both of them together, and I put it in the area that I was gonna have do my injection, and it didn't hurt. I did flinch. I was like, ugh, because the anticipation. I think it's different when you're like actually injecting yourself like in your abdomen, like with like, you know, like the ones that you use for stimulation for egg retrieval. I kind of already like know what to expect, versus that one is someone else is in control of that. And I think he also hesitates when he does it. So I think that's why I feel it when he first does it. And it doesn't hurt. It's just like, ugh, okay, it's there. But I think I did pretty well. I am taking 1.5 cc's. Yeah, 1.5 cc's. They upped the 0.5 this time around. Not sure why, but they did. And so now I'm on estradiol, I am on progesterone, and tomorrow I start Medrol, something like that. It's like an anti-inflammatory medication that I have to take for the next 5 days until until transfer. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I feel a little bit better this round. I really am just praying that it works. I don't want to go through the loss again, but I think I've been able to handle that pretty well. And I told my husband, I was talking to him the other day, and I was like, you know, I thank God that I didn't get pregnant with that embryo, because I think if I would have gotten pregnant and had a miscarriage, God forbid, or whatever the situation would have been, I think it would have been harder on me to kind of handle it and process it. Yes, I was devastated for like 2-3 months, but I've been handling it pretty well. I think about that embryo all the time because I could be pregnant right now with that embryo. But God knows everything, and I just leave it in his hands that he knew what he was doing. And God has blessed us with a lot of embryos now this time around. And I just pray for everything to go according to his plan and his will and his purpose in our lives. And yeah, so that's just a little update of what's been going on. Again, I don't know when this video will go up. I don't know. I want to make little clips as the days progress to transfer, so that's why I started it today versus like when I started the estradiol, because really nothing happens when you start estradiol. But now that I've been 2 weeks into it, I take 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and I definitely feel it. I can feel myself being frustrated easily. I can feel myself being emotional, wanting to cry very easily. So yesterday on the 7th, I had my baseline, which if you're new to IVF, or if you're very familiar with it, but if you're new to IVF, you have a baseline before your transfer. And this is like 10 to 14 days into you having done estrogen or estradiol, whatever you're taking. And it's just to see the thickness of your uterine lining, in other words. And so my clinic, I know other clinics may be different. Some clinics say 8, I think it's millimeters, don't quote me. My clinic, they would like me to be above 7. And so I was at a 7.6, I think she said 0.61 or 6.9, one of those two. But she said it looked beautiful. She said it's perfect. And of course, I'm still gonna be on estrogen for the meantime, so I'm assuming it will thicken up even more. And now I started progesterone today, so it's getting my body ready to recognize a pregnancy kind of thing, like, you know. So a lot's been going on in my body, to say the least. It's been, you know, a year of just craziness, basically. Like, my doctor's like, you are our little warrior, because I'm petite. And then he's like, I've never seen, like, usually our women don't do 3 egg retrievals in 1 year, and you have done it in like 9 months. So yeah, a little pat myself on the back, because it has been, my body has not known what normal hormone levels are for a matter of like 11 months now. So since January, we've been doing this. And I think I only gave my body a break for July. And then August, I started birth control right away. Then I had my egg retrieval in September, and then I was back on birth control October. And here I am on estradiol and progesterone again. So it has been a crazy ride. And now, you know, I'm putting my body through pregnancy, or I'm preparing my body for pregnancy. And so she's gonna go through it for another like 9-10 months, God willing that the baby, you know, the embryo sticks. And so yeah, it's a lot. Thanks again for watching and coming along this journey with me of my second embryo transfer, and I'm praying to God that it all works out. I have learned to share when I'm ready to share. And I think I've talked about this a lot on many other videos. And so for this process, yes, I'm vlogging it and I'm like recording through it, but not necessarily am I sharing it in real time right away, just for my own sake and my own well-being, and just being able to just put everything and process everything for myself. But anyways, I am gonna eat some dinner. I hope that you guys have a good evening and see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone. So it has been a few days since I last recorded, and I had my transfer yesterday, y'all. Like I am looking the way I'm looking today because y'all, it's been rough. So let me just catch you up, because I'm probably gonna do these videos in like part 1, part 2 kind of thing, because it's been real. But I had my transfer yesterday, November 13th. Today is 14th. And I didn't record anything because everything was super chaotic. I couldn't even talk yesterday. And I actually went to work, and then after work I went into my clinic to have the embryo transfer, and in my clinic I cannot record, so hence why I'm doing it today. When I got home yesterday, I literally just relaxed and slept. If you hear music in the background, I have like a Christmas ambiance for the dogs. So let me put that down a little bit. But y'all, so I have my little embryo transfer. This is baby. This is M baby right here. Look at it. So this is where like the baby essentially would be, and then everything around is like the placenta of like what would be the placenta. But y'all, it is, I don't care what anybody says. They might be like, that's like a circle and like a bunch of blob. This is the cutest picture in the world, and I get so excited when I see it. Of course I did like look at my last embryo transfer picture, and I was just like, baby girl, be with us today. So yeah, so I don't know the gender. I really don't. This is actually the ultrasound. So you see that little white dot right there? That's where the baby is. That's where the embryo was located. So it's like a little white dot right there. And those pictures just make me so happy. So let's backtrack a little bit before embryo transfer. Saturday, my husband and I, we are part of a leadership team at our job, and we actually run like a Veterans Day parade, and he does all the logistics, all the things. And so we did that. I'm out of breath. So if you see me like catching my breath, progesterone is hitting me for real. And so we did that Saturday morning, which was like at 6. We were up from like 5 in the morning, and we didn't get home almost till like, well, we didn't finish the parade almost till like 1. Y'all, it was hot. I live in Florida. It was hot, okay, like beyond hot. I ended up getting dehydrated like to the point that I didn't think that this could happen, but in the past I've had UTIs, and I've gotten a really bad one to where the infection went up to my kidneys. And so Saturday we left, so I didn't drink that much water. I'm gonna be completely honest. I should have been drinking a lot of water, but I wasn't. We went to go eat something just to like get something in our stomachs. When we got home, I took a shower. I laid in bed for a little bit just to like cool my body down, let my body relax. And then like a little bit after that, I was telling my husband, I'm like, I feel so dehydrated. And he's like, I know, me too. And so I had spoken the words out loud, but I was like, I didn't think anything of it. So Sunday night, I wake up like almost like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with like, I need to go to the bathroom. Y'all, TMI, but if you're watching this, this is all the reality of like womanhood here. I ended up having like a really bad UTI. And so as I was going to the bathroom, I was in so much pain. And if you've ever had a UTI, you know, I'm gonna spare you the details. Anyways, so it was possibly like 4 o'clock then by this point, and I woke up again, and I woke up because I was in pain, because I just felt that burning like all the way up to my bladder, and I was like, okay, this is not good. So I took Tylenol because I felt like I had a fever. And here I am nervous, right? Because I'm like literally a day away from my transfer, and I'm like, Jesus, please. And so I wake up Sunday morning to having to go to the bathroom again. This time it was just a lot worse. Even though I had been like drinking, sipping on water throughout the night, it was a lot worse. I was like, okay, whatever, let me just drink water. I go to the restroom again, like not even 5 minutes later, and it's just blood. Like I'm literally peeing blood at this point. And the last time that happened to me, my infection got all the way up to my kidney, so I was terrified at this point. I was like, oh my God, why is this happening to me right now? I called my IVF nurse, and bless her heart, they have an emergency line, so I can always call them whenever I have questions. And she's like, just go to an urgent care, get on an antibiotic. Most of the antibiotics are pregnancy safe, so at least for like UTIs. She's like, just give me a call back once they give you something so I know that that's okay for you to take. I was like, okay, cool. So when I got to the urgent care, it was just getting worse and worse, y'all. Like that whole day, it was just horrible. So they gave me an antibiotic. Of course, I told the doctor at the urgent care, like, I'm having a transfer tomorrow. So the antibiotic that he was gonna give me, I couldn't take, so he had to put me on something else. But I'm allergic to penicillin. Anything within the psyllin family, I'm allergic to. And so the medication, the antibiotic that he was gonna prescribe me, I have 1 to 2% chance of getting a reaction out of it. So I was like, great. Great. I would probably be that 1% to get, like, I am that 1%, like probably. And so yeah, so I take my first dose, of course, with Dino being here just in case anything happens, because I've had problems with antibiotics where like I have a hard time breathing, I break out into hives, all the things. I have Benadryl ready to go just in case. I take the medication, I feel fine. An hour goes by, doing good. I'm not breaking out into hives, so I'm like, okay, maybe this is a good thing. I want to say like 2 hours after I take the medication, I start feeling like a little tickling sensation, almost like an ache in my throat. And it's like when you're about to have like a sore throat, like an onset of a sore throat. That's what it felt like, but it was just on one side. So I was like, okay, whatever. I just probably ate something, I have it in my throat. I don't know. You know how like when you eat like chocolate or anything with almonds, like, not that I ate anything like that, but I didn't think anything of it. It was getting a little bit worse, but not bad to the point that I was like, what is this? Like, reaction? I didn't think that because I had already been a couple hours. So late that night, I take my second dose after I had, actually no, I ate, and then before I went to bed, I had my second dose. And so I had my second dose, I was fine. Around 2 in the morning, I woke up and the other side of my throat is completely swollen. So now both sides are aching, both sides are swollen, and I cannot swallow. I'm still able to breathe fine. I can't swallow. I'm trying to drink water and it hurts. Like just even like drinking, everything, like really, really, really bad. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'm getting sick. And so, y'all, it was the medication. So I had to stop taking the medication right away. One of the side effects, a rare side effect of this medication, was sore throat. And if you did get any of those rare symptoms or rare side effects, contact your doctor, stop your medication immediately. So I told my nurse, and she's like, did you take it today? I was like, no. So she's like, good. Today, I just feel irritation in my throat. It's not swollen anymore. I'm able to drink and eat. Like, it's just irritated and it's driving me nuts. So yeah, that's what I was like, all the little things going into transfer, and I was so scared that they were gonna be like, you can't do the transfer. But the antibiotic that I was like taking, it's perfectly safe for pregnancy. Is what they discussed with me, and so did my nurse. So it was okay, but I was still a little nervous. I was like, I'm not doing that. So I've gotten off of it. I have just been drinking a lot of water, cranberry juice, all the things to like naturally just get rid of it. It's not as bad as it was on Sunday, thank God. But now I'm dealing with this like irritation in my throat, thanks to a side effect that I got. So anyways, to the point now. And baby is inside of me right now, and it's just, it's so amazing. I feel like this round is so different from my last one, in the sense of like, I don't know, it just, I feel different. I feel I'm in a different mental space than the last one. Not that I was in a bad mental state. It's just, I feel like just the little things that add up make me feel like, okay, maybe this is a possibility, like this is it. But I also am keeping in the back of my mind being realistic of my outcomes, right? Just because you're doing IVF, and just because you have a perfect embryo, and just because you had a perfect transfer doesn't mean or guarantee you a baby. So going into the clinic, I was super nervous. And I was nervous, like nervous how I was for my egg retrieval nervous, which I have yet to do that video, y'all. I'm so behind. But I was super nervous, and I was like, I told my husband, I cannot control my nerves. I was in the bathroom all morning. TMI. This video is very TMI. I couldn't eat because I felt nauseous, because that's how nervous I was. Of course, we get into the clinic, and about 5 minutes of me being there, they tell me to take my Valium, which of course kicks in within like 5 minutes, and I instantly feel so much better. I feel relaxed. I feel like I am on cloud 9, literally. And usually they give you Valium just so that your whole body and your organs, and mostly your bladder, is relaxed, because you are having a transfer with a full bladder. So it just kind of calms everything down, your nerves and your organs and all the things. And so I felt that. I went into the room, everything was good and dandy. My embryologist came in, showed us, gave us a picture of our baby. Dino thinks it's a boy. I am not gonna say anything because I thought my last embryo was a boy and it turned out to be a girl. So whatever their gender is, I at this point don't care, as long as they stick around and they're healthy and all the things. But she said it was a 4AA. It was a beautiful embryo. She kind of walked through the anatomy of the embryo. And yeah, so we were just sitting there waiting for the doctor to come in. And I love my clinic. I love the staff. Everybody's just so calm and relaxed and uplifting and positive. It's hard for us to be positive because we've already been through a failed transfer. And so my husband's just like, I'm in the reality part of it, like this could or could not work. And I totally understand where he's coming from, but we also both have to also be positive for this embryo as well. So of course they do like a little sonogram on top of my stomach, and she's like, oh my God, girl, your lining is like perfect. And I'm like, thank God. And as soon as the doctor sees it, he's like, oh my God, like this is perfect. I'm like, good. And so there was another doctor there, not assisting, but she was there with him. And my husband says that before the doctor takes the embryo, he like sits there and he bows his head. So my husband's like, I bowed my head. And so a lot of prayers were going into this embryo, and just the whole process. And so As I have my eyes closed the whole time. Usually some clinics allow you to see when you like are transferring it. They don't have that for us, so he has like a little screen that he's looking at. And of course I have my eyes closed the whole time because I was meditating and God and then being in the moment. And I heard the doctor say something, I forgot what the doctor said, and my nurse who is holding, you know, the scan for like the sonogram, she's like, holy cow. And I'm like, did something go wrong? Like, oh my God, did it go in the wrong place? Like, where did it go? Like, something happened. And they were like, this is like the most perfect embryo transfer we have ever witnessed, ever. And I was like, what? He's like, it was smooth like mantequilla, like butter. He's like, that was perfect. Like, and I didn't, obviously, I don't know because I've never been part of a transfer process with any other individuals. But once the doctor left, she's like, she was telling my husband, like, you to your like naked eye, you probably don't notice the difference. She's like, but I've been a part of many transfers. And she's like, I have never seen anything look that smooth and that perfect the way I seen yours. So that made me excited. That made me happy inside because I'm just like, God, take control. Like, that's my main thing. I would just wanted God to be in control of the whole thing. And yeah, so baby's inside. I hope that they're getting all nice and cozy. And I, of course, have to continue progesterone and estradiol until 10 weeks, until I'm told otherwise, or unless I have a negative outcome, then I stop all medications. But I am praying that this is going to be successful. I'm hoping, of course, with keeping up with being realistic, right? But also with the expectation of having hope for this embryo as well. I don't know, it was just magical. We went out to eat afterwards, and then I slept the whole ride home. I just felt good. I came home and I just laid down, and I was told to be on bed rest for the rest of the evening, so that's what I did. Today I was supposed to go into work, but I decided to work from home, so I've just been relaxing, chilling, not trying to stress about anything, and just trying to be like as chill as possible. I don't feel anything, and this time around I am not gonna track symptoms, because I tracked symptoms the first time and I was like, this is it, and everything I was feeling was probably progesterone. So I'm not planning to. Now if I feel something out of the ordinary, then I'll be like, oh my God, this was what happened, or I'll notate it. But I don't want to track. I just want to let things be and let God do what he needs to do in my life, in my uterus, and do all the things that he needs to do. But yeah, I had my transfer again. This is my embryo. It's so cute. I'm obsessed. I'm already in love, and I don't even know if it's stuck yet. Again, it hasn't even been 24 hours, but I am praying for the best. But yeah, so that is the update so far. And now we're just having to wait. We wait 2 weeks. Our clinic does make us wait 14 days. Some clinics let you wait like 10 days and then they do your blood work. My clinic does 14 days. I am not testing early. I did that to myself last time and it just broke my heart instantly. And when I tested, I was like 8 or 9 days past transfer. So it came back negative, so I knew it was going to be a negative. So this time around, I'm not testing unless I know for a fact, like I feel something different and I'm like, I think it is, then I'll probably test. But I'm not doing that to myself this time. I'm going to wait for my blood work in 2 weeks, and I will keep you all updated until then. If things come up as I'm going through these 2 weeks, if I feel something, if I don't know, whatever, I'll pick up the camera and vlog it for, like, of course, for my purposes first. But of course I'll vlog it, and yeah. So I'm sorry I don't have much of like actual footage of the transfer, only because we're not allowed to have cameras in the clinic. But do know that it's in there and we're excited, we're hopeful, and my husband's like, I think it stuck. I'm like, I hope it did. But yeah, so I will catch up with y'all later. Bye.